Hi there guys, this is Farmer Bob. Trust you are well, man. Great to be back on another map making video. And today's video we are talking about the growth of your crops, and the seasonal growth rather is the word. So let us have a look at the seasonal growth, when exactly, how to modify the seasonal growth of your different crops. And there's a way in the game that you can manipulate that, and I want to share that with you today so that you can have a bit more fun on your side, you know. Now, there's two files that you need to bring into your map directory if they're not already there, but I'm going to quickly just show them to you. I'm using Tiny Meadow, my little map I'm using for the map making course, just as an example, because I want to do that on this map anyway. So yeah, I'm just putting it already out there. So the first one is environment.xml and the second one is maps growth.xml. Now both these you can grab from the in-game directories, the in-game files. It's from so go to your Farming Simulator installation directory. Mine is the Steam version. If yours is different, it doesn't matter. Go to program files and find Farming Simulator 22 data maps, and then you can choose the maps growth will be in there in the root of that maps folder, and then any of the environment files for any of the maps here, you can just grab one of them and put it in your map. Alright, so copy, say for instance map Alpine, grab the environment, copy it in so that you have that in your map folder, because we're going to edit those. Alright, now the first thing you want to do is open your map.xml file. In your map there's a map.xml, and edit that two files that you've copied, the directories for them. So definitely do that, because otherwise none of the changes you're going to do going to have any effect. Then the next thing you want to do is in the environment.xml is the only place where only one thing you need to change, and that's your latitude. You can change that to the latitude of the area that your map is built in. In other words, my map is in South Africa, and it's in the Eastern Cape, so I've taken the latitude of the Eastern Cape, South Africa, which is 3202, and just dropped it in here. Alright, so that's what you want to do. Save it like that, and then your growth and everything will work according in global scale towards the latitude that you've set in there. Alright, so then we're done with that. The next thing you want to do is open your growth file. The growth file. I just want to close all the stuff I don't need. Here we go. Find the growth file. There it is. Okay, now before we do that, let's quickly just have a look at wheat, because wheat is always the first fruit of the whole lot, you know. So let's just have a look at the growth of wheat, when it occurs and when it is in when it works in game, you know. So let us have a quick browse at that. So I'm just going to open a new game on my Tiny Meadow map, and let's just quickly have a browse there and see what wheat looks like. Where's my pen? Here's my pen. Alright, so once you're in the map, you're going to do this on your side anyway to verify your changes and things. So you're going to go to the calendar and have a look at the harvest is orange and planting is green. So September, October is planting season, and July, August is harvesting season for wheat. Alright, so let us modify the wheat to harvest and to plant and harvest a bit earlier, you know, like in April, May round. Alright, so we're going to do that. So I'm going to escape out of the map, and let's quit. Yes, and then I'm going to quickly just show you how this works. Alright, so on your growth XML, here it is. You have 12 seasons or 12 periods, and the periods are in numerical order. So this game starts with period 1, which is in early spring. So whenever you open the game, you'll always find yourself in early spring. So every fruit then, and here you can see the 12 periods nicely laid out for you. So every fruit have these 12 periods, and they have an index number. So all you need to do for wheat then now is and normally it will have an initial state, except for barley. Barley is actually, I think, working on wheat. So barley doesn't have an initial state, but the rest should have an initial state. So your initial state is basically when the crop is planted or started growing or whatever. So what I'm going to do, just for interest's sake, is you take this index numbers, the 12 of them, and they are the 12 periods or 12 months. So rather call them months. I think it's a bit better description of that. So it's 12 months. And then let's just move this, the 12 indexes a little bit backwards. In other words, so that 12 is there. So let's make it 3 months backwards. So it is 1, 2, 3. So we put the 12 here. So I double click, we put 12. And then after 12 starts period 1, starts period 2, period 3. And then we go to the top, period 4. And that's all you do, guys. That's how simple it is. So you just change the periods. 7, 8, 9, 10, like that, 11, and there you are. All right, let's save it and let's quickly just have a browsing game what has changed on our wheat. Because remember now, the planting season was September, October. So we want to verify now where it has moved to. I've moved it 3 months back, or 3 periods back on that scale they had there, or the period scale. And let's just have a browse now where it is ending up now, you know. If you do this thing one fruit at a time, that latitude setting there doesn't really be, it's not really that much relevant anymore, you know. Alright, so sorry guys, actually I moved it 3 months on then, forward, not backwards. However, I've put it backwards on the thing, but it actually moves forward. So the period moves forward. So now it is planting. So it used to be September to start. So now it is October, November. So it's 3 months on. Can you see? So we've moved the whole period now 3 months on. All right, and that is how simple it is, guys. So you can shift all your periods for all your fruits left or right, depending on that 12 stages there. So just move it forward or backwards. So if you actually want to move it backwards, you must move the periods forward, if you can understand what I say here. Let's just quickly go out to that XML again. So I've taken the 12 and I've moved it back, but it actually moved the period forward in game. So if you want to move it backward, you need to move, you have to move forward in the circle and then just go around. Okay, and that's basically, guys, in a nutshell, quick, simple and easy, how you can move your planting and harvesting seasons for your fruit, you know. And that is basically it. Easy as pie. I also just want to say, guys, do if you want to do it manually like that, it should all be well. But if you just want to do a global thing, your latitude will do global for all of them. So if you move that degrees back and forward, or put it in the area that you live or where your map is, it's more realistic that way, you know. But remember, the game is working on actual fruit data. So in other words, if you move the latitude to the right position, all your fruit data should move along with it, you know, which is normal. That's the way the game is designed. So right around the world, whatever time and date wheat will be planting and harvested, it works on the latitude, you know, with seasons. So you can't plant wheat, for instance, in the winter, you know. You do get special wheat that's winter wheat, which we all know. But I mean, I'm just saying, you know, wheat, I don't think it's, or maybe wheat's not a good example. But you catch my drift. Everything grows in season, you know. So the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere has got different seasons, you know. When it snows on top, it's summer at the bottom. That's just how it is. Anyways, guys, just thought you'll find that helpful. And definitely it was for the guys that want to tweak and go a little nuts about tiny little stuff. This is quite handy, you know, to tweak your food, your growth, seasonal growth of your fruit, you know. So I hope it was helpful, guys. Have a wonderful, awesome day, guys. Remember to like, subscribe and share. I really appreciate you, man. Take care. Catch you next time. Cheers.